Hi guys. So I have noticed while suffering through my previous videos on that subject, I would like to thank everyone who has commented or clicked on the like button on these videos. That was very, very sweet of you. But anyway, what I was saying is that I noticed that as much as I'm very comfortable writing in English and it comes really easily to me and it feels very natural, and I feel very fluent when I write. My spoken English is really lacking. I don't feel free to express myself because I always search for words. I have trouble pronouncing it for some reason. It doesn't happen in a private setting with family or close friends, but I guess I'm not comfortable in front of strangers, and camera is apparently a stranger as well. So yeah, I'm struggling, guys. So I would like to make progress on that front, and at the same time, I'm okay. I have to talk about my tarot practice. I'm almost 5 years into my tarot studies now, and I think it will be in March 19th, 2020 that it will be my 5th tarot-versary, as somebody said. I heard somebody say that on YouTube once, and I have no idea who it was, so I cannot credit that person. Sorry. And I'm at the stage where I would really like to try and practice reading for I was going to say others, but I've already read for friends on several occasions. I would like to try practicing reading for strangers, because I'm always worried a little bit with friends or people whose situation I'm aware of, that I'm cold reading them instead of the cards, even though sometimes cards make me say things I never thought of before, and that's exciting whenever that happens. So yeah, my other thing is like wanting to branch out and start reading for strangers. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to study a little bit more to feel a little bit more comfortable, and then I will start giving away free readings for a while. And if that goes well, eventually I'm going to start charging a small fee for a while for readings, and maybe someday I can make it a professional tarot reader. That's something I would really, really like to do, because I really need an income that I can earn from home or from anywhere around the world. And unfortunately, I don't have very many skills that I can um, use to earn money from home, and not in the country where I live. Like remote working isn't um, very popular here in France. Oh, sorry, I just kicked the table. What I'm going to do is just I'm using Light Sears Tarot today. It's a very new deck to me. I'm not actually familiar with the images. I've shuffled it a few times. I've pulled out a card or two on several occasions just to check them out, but I haven't really started studying or analyzing the cards. So I thought this would be a good exercise for me, both in my English fluency and also in my reading fluency, to just pull a card and see what comes up. If um, if I judge the results of this video interesting in any way, I may make it into a series. If nothing else, then for me to practice, and I may never publish this, so if you're watching it, it means that I did publish it. The reason being is that when I draw a card, if I have to speak, I draw a blank. If I can write, then I'm fine. usually. So I will both practice my English speaking and my verbal tarot reading, I want to say. So the idea would be to draw a card with a random deck that I don't know very well, and just see what I'm able to come up with on the spot, with all the awkwardness and uncomfortableness that you get to witness. Hopefully this can be at least a little bit entertaining, maybe. Also, I hope that if there are other people out there that are struggling the same way I do, they will feel less lonely. Also, it's an occasion for me to exchange points of view on different cards with people, because I don't know anybody in real life who reads tarot, unfortunately. I tried to get a couple of my friends interested, and I offered them, I gifted them rather, a tarot decks. They probably pull a card every now and then, but they don't really they didn't really get into it. So yeah, I'm hoping that maybe some people would engage in the comment section and maybe critique what I'm doing, and hopefully offer also their point of view, whether they agree with mine or not. Maybe just add some things that I missed out that were obvious to you. I think that could be a fun, like, common project in a way. So let's just pull a card and see where this goes. I'm sorry in advance because that's gonna be awkward, but we'll power through it. So let's pick out this one. So first I'm gonna check it out facing me, and then I'm gonna start commenting on it, and I will flip it around so that you can get to see a better look. I wasn't able to have tripod in front of me. It wasn't really comfortable. So let's see. So it's Three of Swords. Oh, that's strange. At first I thought she was like laughing out loud, but she's actually, well, given the actual meaning of the card, she's obviously in a lot of pain. So what's interesting is that the heart is somewhat strapped to her around the chest, and also seems to be strapped to the surrounding trees. The atmosphere is very spooky and very stormy and windy, and it speaks very well of turmoil. And the heart is ripped in three parts, but there's stitches, and these strings are pulling them apart. It's kind of anchored to this tree and to her, and then it seems to be caught on the branch here, and even the landscape is kind of rocky. Yeah, the tree is barren. That's the word I was looking for. And there are three birds flying away, and I cannot tell if they are. Excuse me. I'm just gonna go and grab my magnifying glass. You can't even notice I went away, can you? Okay, I'm back. I'm wearing my glasses, but I don't think my glasses are strong enough anymore. So these seem to be dead leaves on the branches, but it could be also birds just sitting there. So yeah, Three of Swords is traditionally about feeling of utmost betrayal, of being stabbed in the back, of being heartbroken through the actions of others. Let me flip it around for you now, sorry. But it's the Suit of Swords, which is the air, which is the realm of thoughts. So it suggests that it's possibly more about our perception of events, the way we analyze situation, and not necessarily what's objectively happening. Anyway, even though we see a heart typically in this card, it's not so much about feelings being properly hurt. It's more about the thoughts. So yeah, we don't have a context here, so I don't know how to interpret this further, but let me check it out once again. I really like, in this deck, I really like the energy and the movement. The artist has done an incredible job with these things. I like the wind. I was gonna say I like how desperate she feels, but that sounds so cruel and so wrong. Of course, it's not what I meant, but I think it portrays very well the kind of feeling we can get when we feel like everybody's letting us down and everybody is being I cannot find a grown-up word, so I was going to say mean to us. So yeah, I don't know if this went well or not, but I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. If you have seen anything interesting that stood out to you in this card that I haven't noticed or haven't spoken about, please leave it in the comment section below. I thank you for your time, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye! Hi guys, you thought you were off the hook as well as I did, but I realized upon reviewing this video, or rewatching it rather, that I have completely forgotten a few important things that I need to mention. Of course, I was tempted to write it in the comments section, because as I previously mentioned, I'm much more comfortable writing, but I'm gonna try and push through, so I hope you're up for more cringe. Yeah, let me jump in. First of all, at some point I said the heart was somewhat anchored to her. I meant to say somehow, of course. And I also thought of another word for anchored, which is tethered, and I don't know if that maybe sounds better. That made me realize that the way the heart is tethered or anchored to different actually it's mainly anchored to her, but also to the trees around. And the whole idea here in the card, I think, is that there's this stormy weather, there are these strong winds. So and the heart is like the branches are waving and the heart is being pulled in opposite directions, which makes me realize that this card in this deck may not be necessarily speaking of other people's opinions hurting us or what some people were saying to us. Maybe it's the girl having mixed feelings about situation. Maybe she has you know, racing thoughts, and she is feeling very undecided about something, and it drives her mad as well. So once again, in the context of a reading, this card could mean those things as well. And of course, the birds represent the thoughts. There's 3 of them to represent the 3 of Swords. And they're also flying in the stormy winds, so we can imagine they are flying in a chaotic manner. So yeah, the main point I had forgotten to bring up is that very obvious heart that is being torn by being pulled in different directions, and that's what's causing most distress to this person. So either it's because many people have different expectations of her, or it's her being undecided and having really conflicted feelings. So yeah, thank you for your patience, guys. I really appreciate if you made it through to this point, and I'm very grateful for you. Bye.